What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we are going to discuss how your guy is currently processing this breakup, or at least you guys separating and go and do your own things, whether someone's pulling away, ghosting, whatever it is. And we're going to discuss both sides of it, whether it's you pulling away or him the one pulling away, okay? So, and I guess the likelihood of him returning. Jumping right into this, I first want to explain how men and women process it differently. I feel men, at least in the beginning, are very egocentric. They take it very personal if the woman is leaving the man. From my experience, women feel this also when they're getting left. But at the same time, they're more outcome dependent, meaning, well, I want to jab it to him, or I want to stick it to him before I come back, or before I agree to this new, us getting back together. So what that would look like from a woman's perspective is, the guy pulls some BS, the woman's left hanging, her ego and pride is kind of shattered, but she still really likes the guy. She's still hoping he returns. And then when he does, she plays the game a little bit. The guy's begging. She has the power again. And then she's like, yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. And then, they get back together. That is not how it works for men. If you are leaving the man, or the man is the one pulling away, he doesn't care as much about the outcome. Doesn't mean he never will, but in the beginning, absolutely not. Two reasons. Number one, if you're the one leaving him, it's pure ego. It's pure pride. If he comes back, it's to get it in. Right? It's usually to get it in. Unless you guys have a good history together where you were a relationship. But if you were like this 2, 3, 4, 5 month thing where you weren't even a relationship but you were off and on, yeah, he's just coming back around for some scraps, okay? That's just the reality of it. Now, if he's the one who left, ladies, like I say in all my other videos, unfortunately, doesn't mean he can't come back, doesn't mean he can't want to work things out later, but most of the time it's because he wants to go through what I call that journey where he has this narrative in his head that right now things aren't going well, or I don't like what it is or where it's going, whatever the excuse or narrative he has in his head. So he wants to go elsewhere. Okay, he wants to go do his thing. And what would determine if a man comes back is twofold. It's, I guess, is it worth the cost? Is it worth the cost? Meaning whatever it was for him to break up with you, or for him to pull away. He's going out and doing his whole thing. And then he realizes, oh, you know what? She's kind of a cool chick. I kind of miss her. Like, whatever it is it worth coming back? Is the pain of leaving worth coming back? That's the first thing. The second thing that kind of determines if a man will come back is the regret, the outcome. Did I make the right decision? And like I usually tell my clients, guys go through 4 stages with that. The first stage being within the first month, which is I already have this perspective in my head that it's, that I want to go do my own thing. So I'm going to go do my own thing. He's not going to just change his mind or regret it instantly. That could happen, but that's very unlikely. Then you have the second stage, which is about, the second and third month, which is, I'm kind of going out and exploring, doing my own thing, living it up. I had this narrative in my head that it was better out here. Well, now I got to see. I got to explore. Then the third stage is now, after that time, he knows what it's like with and without you. So he starts to reflect, okay? And then the fourth stage is, do I regret it? Do I stay or do I go, come back, return, whatever it is. And again, that usually takes between anywhere from 1 to 3, maybe 4 months. If you're watching this and you and the guy have broke up and you're on like month 4 and on, that's where it starts to kind of decline, ladies. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's where it starts to kind of go downhill and a guy is just slowly moving on. Here's what I always tell my clients, that a guy just doesn't, now it can happen, yes, but you're not the exception to the rule. Everyone thinks they're the exception to the rule for some reason. I don't know why y'all think that, but 99% of the time, 95% of the time, I'll even say, right? We'll give you a little bit of a chance there. Men just don't wake up, realize you're the one, and then come running back. That's not the case. If they do, I mean, yes, maybe they miss you, but maybe that his mindset hasn't changed. Maybe he just misses you and he wants the assets, so he's acting in terms of filling a void, not to actually fix this and see you long term. Right? That happens all the time. And women think just because a man comes back, that's like, oh, hell yeah, it's back. It's back to what it was. You know, I have a chance again, this, that, but he's just playing you, especially if you let him in easily. Right? The way a man processes a breakup is a lot different, especially if he, ladies, I really have to emphasize this. If he's the one pulling away, the odds of you having a long-term relationship with him are almost zero. I know that sounds very, very, very demotivating. It kind of like, takes the air out of the balloon here. Party pooper Elliot, unsubscribe. I understand, don't unsubscribe, but I understand it. And again, I'm not saying it can't happen, but if you're talking to a guy who is consistently doing that, right, that's a problem. And then on top of that, let's say he's consistently doing that and he's been doing that for 3, 4, 5, 6 months and you're not even in an official relationship. That's a problem. And then here's the bigger thing. On top of that, right, he's doing that and it's been 3 months since you talked to him, girl, and you're sitting around waiting. Stop playing, man. Like this guy's probably out doing his own thing. It gets easier with time. That's the thing with men. It gets easier with time. With women, it does also, but I have a lot of clients who are holding on to hope and they'll be talking to me, and there's always times I feel bad for saying this because I feel like a piece of shit. And I don't do it on purpose, but they'll tell me their story and they'll be like, I haven't talked to him in 3. I'm like, when's the last time you seen him? I haven't seen him in 3 months. Or I haven't seen him in 6 months. Or I haven't talked to him in 3 months. And I'm like, what? Yeah, Elliot, this was back in August. We're in December. Yeah, I know, but I was just wondering. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, girl, that guy's moved on. That guy's dick has been wet with other things. I'm sorry my language, jeez, don't unsubscribe please. But you get what I'm saying. It's just like, come on. So again, to sum all this up, ladies, the way a man processes a relationship is the following. It's more ego-driven in the beginning. And despite everything I just said, I'm not saying it's hopeless. A man can come back and realize he's a fucking idiot. I have seen it. But a majority of the time, that is not the case. To increase those chances, you got to do no contact. You got to be silent. You got to hold your ground. You got to do what I call playing the part or being the best actress, right? Like holding that position and not caving in. Because, ladies, you have to understand, when a man comes back and you cave in, why commit? You ain't fucking going anywhere. It's been 3 months and I thought I lost you. Nope, there you are sitting at the edge of the dock, looking out on the sea, waiting, seeing the doves flying around, the seagulls. Wait, the doves fly and the seagulls, whatever. And you're just looking out on the sea, waiting for my ship to come back. Oh, and there I am, and you were waiting there, getting old. I don't fucking know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make fun of it, but that's the truth. And guys will look at that and be like, fuck, come on, easy. Don't be that woman, okay? Now, if you want a session with yours truly, links down below. If you want to get my guides that will help you with everything in terms of dating. Ladies, I don't know why I got a lot of people to get the guides, but people should be like blowing up these guides. Like everything you want to know about dating, psychology, what he's thinking, how much he likes you, how to do no contact, how to build rapport, how to get power, how to text. I have all these guides down below, ladies. So, that being said, I love you all. Take care and peace.